Hello and welcome to today's episode of Date in a Blink, where we're hosting Elliot and Ruby for a Blink date. Modern dating sucks, but it doesn't have to. Here on the Date in a Blink podcast, you'll listen in on 10-minute voice-only speed dates between strangers. The experience is designed to move people beyond mindless swiping and marathon messaging. Our position on online dating? It's time to stop collecting pen pals and start, going on actual dates.
Online dating? That actually involves dating? Is that even a thing anymore? But for real, dating should be fun. We hope listening in inspires y'all to try new ways of meeting people. Tune in every other week to hear a new couple go on a date. In between, we'll talk to relationship experts about how the date went and what we can learn from it.
Will our handpicked podcast matches find love on these Blink dates? Or will they say goodbye to each other after 10 minutes and never look back? Tune in to find out.
Before we jump into today's Blink date, here's a quick word from our sponsors.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain a bit. It's totally free, and Anchor will distribute the podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and lots of other podcasting platforms. Not only that, but it has creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also lets you make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make your podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. We're here on Date in a Blink today with Elliot and Ruby. I'm going to let you two dive in, but in case it's helpful to get the conversation started, I'm going to leave you with this question. If you were immortal, how would you spend your life?
That's a good question.
Honestly, I wouldn't know if I would want to be immortal. But if I did have to spend my life doing one main thing, it would definitely be learning as many instruments as I can and playing music and maybe doing like a one-woman band or something. That would be awesome.
Oh, that's really cool. What instruments do you play?
I play the flute. I play piano. I play guitar. I would love to learn how to use my voice as an instrument, but otherwise I would consider my voice to be very untrained, and you would know the minute you hear me singing in the shower.
That's super cool. I like that idea of using your voice as an instrument, like Bon Iver.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, it's definitely like a muscle that you can learn to rein in, which I think is awesome. I mean, obviously some of us are gifted, like Whitney Houston or something like that. Like right off the bat, she knew how to control her voice. But yeah, and that's the cool thing, I think, with playing music and playing instruments, is that technically speaking, it's something that anyone can learn and develop that ear for, and I think the heart for. So that's probably what I would spend a good portion of my life doing if I were immortal, which jury is out whether or not I'd want to be.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. That makes a lot of sense. That's interesting. How long have you been playing? I guess I can answer the question too, but I also want to learn more about your experience playing instruments.
Yeah. Do you play anything?
No, I don't. I used to play guitar and drums, but haven't done that in probably 10 plus years. But would love to get back into something eventually.
Yeah, to me, playing music is also super meditative almost. I've tried meditation and I hate to say it, but I just get really bored. And I know they say like, oh, if you think of other things, like just let that thought float by. And I'm super bad at that. So, but to me, like what I've realized is that I kind of get in the zone and I stop thinking about anything else when I'm playing music of any sort. And I love jamming with other people, good or bad, cool. Just to kind of, it's my favorite part. So it's really like, I think it's beautiful because it's something that you can do on your own and have it be like a meditative experience, practicing or just playing something that you love. And it also builds community because you can, reach out to other musicians and bond and play together. So I think it's one of the best things ever. And like, I actually have a friend who is learning to play piano. And so she's probably going to learn to read music and all of that. So to me, it's like another language basically that you can really get into. So maybe this year you pick the guitar back up again. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so. Especially if I'm immortal and I have all the time that I would need. That's really interesting.
Exactly. Yeah. And like, if I were really immortal, I'd probably also maybe start writing my own songs. You know what I mean? Like you have all the time in the world. So that's like, so that's actually, now that I'm like talking out loud, that's for sure the thing that I would do and dedicate my life to, my endless life to, if I were immortal. Yeah. What about you?
Since you can you can keep going forever. I think for me, what I would want to focus on is, I'm really into hiking and hiking up more and more higher mountains that are more difficult, really summiting higher and higher mountains, that's what I would like to dedicate my life towards. I think that would be a lot of fun if I was an immortal. At some point, I guess I'd get to the highest mountain in the world. So I don't know how you top that, but then I'm sure.
Yeah, and you do like the highest one, and then you like try to beat yourself. You're like, okay, I did that in 9 hours. Next time I'm doing it 8.
Yeah, or do a different route, or you can always return to it. But I think that right now is what I would want to focus on, because just in my regular life, that's what I'm really into. So it'd be cool to have all the time in the world to just focus on developing all those different skills and getting out there and doing it.
That's cool. What was the last one you did?
Yeah, so I live here in Colorado. I don't know the last. So we've got a lot of 14ers. Those are mountains with over 14,000 feet elevation. I can't remember the last one that I did. It's ski season right now, so that's where I've been mostly putting my time.
Oh, nice. You ski or snowboard?
Yeah, I ski. How about you?
I snowboard.
Oh, hell yeah. That's great.
And there's
I'm obsessed. Yeah, how long have you been boarding?
I'd say like probably started in middle school or something like that, but there was a lot of snow that ended up in Tahoe in the past few weeks. So me and my sister have been making it a point, because we haven't been able to see each other as much, to head out there and hit the slope. I like to joke that I'm the Shaun White of the family, and she's the Chloe Kim. But now that Chloe Kim is like becoming like a thing, like now I kind of want to be her instead. But it's so cute too, because there are all these kids now who feel seen Chloe Kim on YouTube or whatever. And they were telling me, the instructors there, when I was chatting with them, were telling me that like a lot more kids now are like, oh, I want to be Chloe Kim. Like Shaun White is totally like faded out. All of these girls are coming up and be like, I want to be like her. So they're like taking snowboarding lessons.
That's super cool.
But But anyways, that's cool. So what was like your favorite mountain that you've been on?
Yeah, so I spend most of my time, I got the Icon Pass. I spend time at Copper, Winter Park, a lot of those resorts right off I-70. And Tahoe is one that I need to spend some time at. I'm just starting planning some ski trips here to check out like Taos, and I definitely need to add Tahoe to the list. I saw that you got tons of snow. I'm glad that we finally have a lot of snow now. What type of terrain do you like to board?
In terms of like what kind of course?
Yeah.
Like, Black Diamond, obviously.
Skis or groomers, blue, black.
Black.
Yeah. I guess if you've been doing it since middle school, then you definitely can handle anything.
Yeah. Yeah, if the threat of breaking some bones isn't there, then I'm like, why even? Just kidding.
Right.
But I did hear from a friend that I have a colleague of mine who's based in the Netherlands, and he was telling me, because they're like, they don't care about us over there, so they don't know anything about Tahoe or any of going out to Colorado or anything like that. But he was saying that the best place to snowboard out there is going to the Alps. So I don't know if maybe you put that on your list, but that would be one spot that I'd love to hit up. And my sister was actually telling me that apparently in Japan there are also some really good places to snowboard or ski. So
that's what
maybe
I've seen.
Take it international.
That is definitely on my radar. I think the Alps would be incredible to ski. And what I think is really interesting is they have totally different ski cultures there too. When you're looking at Europe and Japan and other places outside the US. So I think it'd be so much fun to get out there and explore. Alaska too. That would be a really fun place to ski.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you? Do you get out to any Colorado resorts?
So I haven't been out to Colorado, but my cousin's been going out there more and more. The thing that gets me about snowboarding though, and like these winter sports activities is like, it's not the cheapest hobby to have in the world. So that's where it's like, I guess going back to the question, like music is one of those things, especially if, I could learn to sing or, like rein that muscle in, like I could take that with me anywhere, you know what I mean? But, but that's the thing. So just trying to find time and money to head out there, cause then you got to think about like flights and logistics and all of that. And I don't know where you live, but I'm in California. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not for this recording, but at least with Tahoe, it's like a couple hours drive. So I can, do a day trip or something like that if I ever wanted to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how it is with me. We've got probably a 2.5-hour drive to the closest mountain. Need to wake up early. It's a full day thing because you got to beat traffic. But that is how it's accessible. I went skiing for the first time last year, and
oh wow,
definitely obsessed with it now. I got
That's
10 days
awesome.
so far this season, hoping to get 30, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
There's some
And then
good
like
mountains in California, right? I don't know how far is
Mhm.
Mammoth in California?
Yeah, it is. It's that's more near SoCal.
Okay.
And so if you live in like LA or San Diego or something like that, yeah, it's a good one to go to.
Mhm.
I think that's the one that Shaun White goes to train, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But because I'm further north, Tahoe's the spot for us.
That's great. That's really cool. I just found out that people living in California can get to experience the mountains too. Just seems like you're able to experience everything in California.
I know. I'm not going to pitch California too much here, but it's like you drive a couple hours in any direction and you get the beach, you get Yosemite. I don't know. Have you done Half Dome? That would probably be on your list if you're immortal. Like I would love to do Half Dome.
Oh, me too. I haven't been, but Yosemite would be amazing.
Oh, you haven't been? Oh my gosh, you have to go. It's absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
And that has to be on your list. And Half Dome is like now they have like a wait list to get on it. So it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but that's one where, again, there's like a little bit of a threat to your life there because it's.
At this point in the day, I jumped in to let them know that their date had ended and let them say their farewells. I loved hearing how Elliot and Ruby would each spend their lives if they were immortal. I don't know what answers I expected, but it definitely wasn't learn to play all the instruments and climb all the mountains. Their answers said so much about each of them, and it was sweet to hear where they had overlapping interests. Do you think they'll climb a mountain together someday? Tune in next week, when we'll chat with an expert about their date and reveal what happened. That's all we've got for you today. Shoot us a message on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at @TheBlinkDate or at @DateInABlink to let us know what you think. If you want to try voice-first speed dating from the comfort of your home, download the Blink Date app today. You can also sign up to participate in Date in a Blink by visiting our website at www.theblinkdate.com. In the meantime, thanks for joining us for this episode. We hope you enjoyed listening and look forward to talking with you again next time.